Hello, dear learners. Welcome to the channel. Today we are sharing with you 4 short English conversations with explanations, which will help you to improve your English listening, reading, and speaking abilities. If you like the video, please comment down below that what do you like the most. So let's get started.
Ordering a meal.
Hello, I'll be your waiter today. Can I start you off with something to drink?
Yes. I'll have iced tea, please.
And I'll have lemonade.
Okay, are you ready to order, or do you need a few minutes?
I think we're ready. I'll have the tomato soup to start and the roast beef with mashed potatoes and peas.
How do you want the beef? Rare, medium, or well done?
Well done, please.
And I'll just have the fish with potatoes and a salad.
Language notes. Can I start you off with something to drink? Notice how the question starts with can. Since this is a yes-no question, the intonation rises at the end. And I'll have lemonade. Notice how Anna stresses I'll and lemonade to emphasize her choice. Are you ready to order, or do you need a few minutes? The word or signals a choice here. Notice the rising intonation on order and the falling intonation on minutes. The first choice is, are you ready to order? And the second choice is, do you need a few minutes? I'll have the tomato soup to start and the roast beef with mashed potatoes and peas. Notice that tomato soup, roast beef, mashed potatoes, and peas are stressed because the food order is the important information here. Notice also that tomato soup, roast beef, and mashed potatoes are compound words. The stress falls on the second word in each phrase. Well done, please. Notice that the subject and verb are omitted in the response. Only the necessary information is given. I'll just have the fish. Anna says just here to mean that she does not want a starter.
At the doctor's office.
What seems to be the problem?
Well, I have a bad cough and a sore throat. I also have a headache.
How long have you had these symptoms?
About 3 days now, and I'm really tired, too.
Sounds like you've got the flu. Take aspirin every 4 hours and get plenty of rest. Make sure you drink lots of fluids. Call me if you're still sick next week.
Okay, thanks.
Language notes. What seems to be the problem? Means, what is the problem? Notice that the intonation falls at the end of the question. The doctor wants information, not a yes-no answer. Well is used as an introductory word. Notice how the vowel is drawn out to sound like well. This can be used as a way to buy time while you think about what you want to say next. A bad cough, a sore throat, a headache. Notice the article a before each symptom. About is used to mean more or less. It's used here to give an estimate of time. Take aspirin, get rest, make sure, call me. Notice the doctor uses the simple tense here to give instructions. This is the imperative form of the verb. Still sick means continue to be sick.
Asking directions.
Excuse me, could you tell me where the library is?
Yes, it's that way. You go 3 blocks to Washington Street, then turn right. It's on the corner, across from the bank.
Thanks. I've only been in town a few days, so I really don't know my way around yet.
Oh, I know how you feel. We moved here a year ago, and I still don't know where everything is.
Language notes. Could you tell me is slightly more polite than can you tell me? Could you tell me where the library is? Notice that library is stressed here because it is the word with the important information. This is an indirect question, so the subject, the library, comes before the verb, is. The word order is reversed in a direct question. Where is the library? Yes, it's that way. Notice the stress on that. The speaker is pointing in a certain direction and wants to emphasize that direction. I know how you feel is a way of saying, I understand. Notice the emphasis on feel. The speaker wants to show empathy and understanding. I still don't know where everything is. Notice the word order of where everything is. The subject, everything, comes before the verb, is. This word order is different from the direct question, where is everything? At the supermarket.
Hey, Julia, look at those desserts. How about baking some cookies today? Yeah, that's a great idea. While we're here, let's pick up the ingredients.
Okay, what do we need?
The recipe calls for flour, sugar, and butter. Oh, and we also need eggs and chocolate chips.
Why don't you get the dairy ingredients? You'll find those in the refrigerated section in the back of the store. I'll get the dry ingredients. They're in aisle 10.
Great, let's meet at the checkout.
Okay, see you there.
Language notes. How about is a casual way to suggest doing an activity. Notice that how about is followed by an ing verb. Notice that Julia pauses for a moment. Is an expression used to think about something first before speaking. That's a great idea. Notice the emphasis on great. Julia has thought about it and then decided that she really does want to bake cookies. The recipe calls for is a way of saying the recipe says we need. The phrase call for can also be used to talk about the weather forecast. They're calling for rain. Flour, sugar, and butter. Notice that this is a list, so there are short pauses between each item. Notice also that each ingredient is stressed because this information is important. Why don't you? This expression is used to ask someone to do something. It can also be used to give advice. But in this case, two friends are deciding on who does which task. Aisle. Notice the silent S in aisle. An aisle is an orderly lane in a supermarket with shelved products on both sides. Each aisle has a number, so that it is easy to find what you need.